currently 9-10 parties in a government of national unity. The PAC is one of them. They joined the GNU in June. Now, apparently, the party, or some in the party, are singing a different tune. They've issued a statement saying they're distancing themselves from the GNU, as well as their party leader, Mzwanele Nyhontso, who is also the Minister of Land and Rural Development. In a statement, the party's Deputy Secretary General said the GNU was nothing more than a secret merger between the proponents of settler colonialism and capitalism and black puppets. That is a quote from their statement. Speaking now to Mbuso Dlamini, Deputy Secretary General of the PAC. Can you clarify from your point of view, is the PAC a member of the GNU or not? Mbuso, good morning.
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners.
Are you a member of the GNU?
No. The PAC is not a member of the GNU. In fact, the decision to participate in the GNU was never discussed in any of the PAC structures and was never discussed at the NEC of the PAC. In fact, it's a decision of a few individuals, namely Mr. Mzwanele and Mr. Pooe, not the PAC. So whatever they are doing and whatever they are saying, they are doing on their own, not in the name of the PAC.
I'll read you a statement or a quote from two media articles in the name of the Secretary General of the PAC, Pooe, saying we are still committed to that Pan Africanism as the PAC. We are an African socialist political party, and we'll never allow this country to move to the right and advance a neoliberal agenda. But it does also say that we contested elections to be in government, and this is exactly what we are doing, according to the Secretary General of the PAC, that the PAC is a member of the GNU.
Look, like I said, the decision was taken by two individuals, that is Mr. Mzwanele Nyhontso and Mr. Pooe, as you mentioned his name, not the PAC. The PAC still remains the Revolutionary Party, and we have not shifted from our position when it comes to the land issue and the issue of the Constitution and our position on the government of national unity. Remember, it's not for the first time that we are faced with the situation of the government of national unity. In 1994, when the then President Nelson Mandela approached our late President Clarence Makwetu and invited him to be part of the GNU, the PAC made it clear that they were not going to be part of the GNU because we don't believe that this government will bring about what the PAC stands for. So that position still remains the same. We have not shifted from our position as the PAC, and we feel that this is a sellout deal between the ANC, the DA, and Mr. Nyhontso, not the PAC.
So there seems to now be a schism between members within the PAC. The Secretary General of the party and the President of the party believes you're part of the GNU. How many members are you part of, as the Deputy Secretary General of the party believes that this is not the case? There's now a clear, defined schism in this party. What now?
Yes, most members of the PAC, I mean real members of the PAC, not members of individuals, they know the position, the policy position of the PAC, and they understand what we are saying. And last weekend, we had a meeting where we resolved that we are not part of the GNU. In that meeting, all 9 provinces were represented in that meeting. So whatever Mr. Nyhontso and Pooe are doing is not what the PAC stands for. So as the PAC, we remain unshaken when it comes to our policy position that we are not part of the GNU.
So what do you do now? And I'll take your word for it on the radio now that the majority of PAC members say that you're not affiliated to a GNU. What do? Do you write to the Speaker of the National Assembly saying you possibly want to recall your party president, Minister Nyhontso, as an MP? Do you write to the President of the Republic saying, well, actually, we're not part of this? What do you do now?
Yes, as we speak, there's a case that is before the court, and we are in the process of dealing with the issue, and at the present moment I cannot preempt what we are currently doing, but as I said, there is a case in court, and we are following internal processes to that effect to see how we deal with this issue. So as soon as we are done with it, then we will let all the PAC members know what will happen to him. But like I said, we are in the process of taking disciplinary action against the two individuals that I have mentioned.
Is this another case of the Pan Africanist Congress represented in Parliament recalling a president, an MP, saying you're no longer a member of the party, so you have to withdraw as an MP? You then write to the National Assembly and saying this person is no longer an MP, no longer a member, and that they must be recalled. Is this another case? Because I can think of two other parliamentary terms when this has been the case with the PAC, Mbuso.
Like I said, I cannot preempt what is going to happen, but all I can say is that Mr. Nyhontso and Pooe have shifted from the policy position of the PAC, and the party will deal with that internally. And on the other hand, we have advised our legal team to take action against the two members that you mentioned. So there is a possibility of what we are saying, but as for now, I cannot preempt everything because everything is under our legal team.
But as far as you are concerned, the PAC is not in government, it is in opposition.
The PAC is not in government, but there are individuals who want to advance their interest, their personal interest, under the name of the PAC. And as the PAC of Azania, we are not going to allow that to happen. That is for that reason that we distance ourselves to what Mr. Nyhontso and Pooe are doing. And we are saying Mr. Nyhontso is not doing what the PAC stands for. And in terms of him being the minister, we are also not convinced that even the land issue that we stand for can be resolved through this current constitution. Even now, when you listen to him, his tune or his language has changed from what the PAC stands for. Therefore, he's not representing the PAC.
Mbuso Dlamini, Deputy Secretary General of the PAC, going against what the Secretary General and the President of the PAC saying that we are party to the GNU. In fact, the President of the PAC, Mzwanele Nyhontso, is in fact the Minister of Land and Rural Development. We'll wait for further developments on this. Will it impact the GNU? It's one cabinet seat in the government of national unity. We'll